We'll see if he is going to be added as another defendant. Hi, and welcome to Flaa Talk. I'm Kjersti Flaa, and here on my channel I talk about my good and bad experiences in Hollywood with celebrities and working as an entertainment reporter. First, I want to say thank you to everyone who reached out to me. You guys are amazing, and you keep sending me so many tips and long emails and DMs, and I see the comment section here. There's so much going on, and I really, really appreciate that. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and hit the notification button so you don't miss an episode of Flaa Talk. Okay, we have another lawsuit, number 5. This time is Jed Wallace, the self-proclaimed hired gun that Blake Lively's team accused of helping smear Blake Lively. So Jed Wallace is mentioned in the complaint that Blake Lively filed with California Civil Rights. He's not mentioned in the official federal lawsuit. When she sued Justin Baldoni and Wayfair Studios and all the publicists and all that. So he is not being sued by Blake Lively yet. Blake Lively's team has already asked the judge to take Jed Wallace's deposition because they want to see or get the evidence that he was involved. So Jed Wallace denies all involvement in the Blake Lively smear campaign and says that he had nothing to do with it, although he was mentioned in a text message in the first complaint, where text messages were sent between the PR team that Justin Baldoni was using. I think it was Melissa Nathan who wrote this. She said that we've also started to see a shift on social, due largely to Jed and his team's efforts to shift the narrative towards shining a spotlight on Blake and Ryan. I mean, if she wrote that, it looks like he was involved. But the thing is, like everyone keeps saying here, was the smear campaign organic or was it actually pushed? We don't know that yet. My guess is that it was organic. But Jed Wallace want nothing to do with this. He has apparently removed some stuff for some posts since this happened. He's not really bragging about being like the guy that fixes all crises in Hollywood anymore. I do think if he's really great at his job as a crisis manager, he should be able to deal with this crisis too. And maybe that's what he's doing. That's why he's suing her, to get, to clean his name basically. Because seriously, I don't think it's going to be easy for him to prove defamation from this. It's hard to win those cases, but now he's put it out in public. And I think that's what a lot of these lawsuits are about. It's about getting the public to acknowledge people's innocence or pointing fingers at others. We all know now that this is the way Hollywood works, and that some people hire a crisis team. That's common knowledge. But as long as the crisis team focuses on just putting their client up and pushing his positive image and not putting down others, because I think that's the main issue here, obviously. It's not that they planted positive stories about Baldoni, but it is the fact that they think they planted bad press about Blake Lively. But to me, it's pretty obvious that her team did exactly the same thing against him. As I mentioned before in one of my videos, that one story with the fat shaming of Blake Lively, that he asked about her weight and he lingered too much in a kissing scene. I don't understand where that could come from except from her team. That was reported on back in August by TMZ. And that apparently, as we could see from the lawsuit, not many people knew about that incident. So someone leaked it, and it was obviously not Justin Baldoni's team. So Blake Lively's lawyers already responded to the new lawsuit. They said to TMZ that another day, another state, another 9-figure lawsuit seeking to sue Ms. Lively into oblivion. That's the word that Brian Friedman used. While this lawsuit will be dismissed, we are pleased that Ms. Wallace has finally emerged from the shadows and that he too will be held accountable in federal court. We'll see if he is going to be added as another defendant. Yesterday, I also received an email from South by Southwest, the big festival with music and film, and they said that Simple Favor 2 is going to premiere on the festival on March 7th. The film will premiere on Amazon on May 1st, I think. I looked on the press side of the film connected to South by Southwest, and I found this picture. It's Paul Feig, the director, Anna Kendrick, Blake Lively's not in the photo, but she is on the poster for the movie, which was posted on Instagram yesterday. There were a few people that were tagged in the photo, and I think that's why Blake Lively's comment section was open. So as we know, she closed off her comment section a while back, and but now when she's tagged by other people, you can't really control the comments. So there was a lot of negativity. People were saying things like, "Why is Blake Lively's name higher up than Anna Kendrick's name?" and asking, "Did she direct this movie? Is she bringing her dragons?" I mean, it was so much criticism and basically trolling on the poster, and I just feel so bad for the other people involved in that movie right now. I know Paul Feig, I've met him many times and interviewed him. He's such a lovely guy, one of those really good guys in Hollywood, and he's come out and supported Blake. And I have to say, I do respect him for doing that because he's taking a stand, and of course he wants to sell this movie. Even though most of us don't agree with him, I think it's refreshing to see people taking a stand. And, you know, he's got a lot to lose from that because the backlash that she's receiving is just rubbing off on all the people around her as well. So Paul Feig actually replied to someone's comment when they said, "Is this Blake Lively's cut of the movie?" And he said that it's my cut. There is no other cut. Blake has been nothing but supportive and a dream to work with. She's the best and an amazing collaborator, and I am her biggest fan. Just wanted to clear that up. Well, he's standing by her side, which I think is not that surprising either because he wants this movie to sell. I am very interested to see if people are actually going to watch the film, if people are going to kind of hate watch it, or if they're going to stay away from it. I haven't heard anything that there was ever a plan for a theatrical release of the film. I saw an article back in August in the Wrap where they were saying that they had made a conscious decision to only show the movie on Amazon. I don't know if Blake Lively is going to show up on South by Southwest to promote the film. I doubt it. I'm sure the other actors are going to be there, but I don't think she's going to show up in public right now. I remember when I did the junket for Simple Favor 1 with Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick, and this was 2 years after I did my interview with her for Café Society, the viral video, my little bump video, and I was really nervous. Blake was being pretty decent in that interview, I have to say. I didn't feel any bad vibes from her at all, but it was funny because I did ask her about confidence and where she gets her confidence from. And, you know, because as I've been talking about here on my channel lately, it seems to me that it's lack of confidence that have made her act the way she has acted. And I think especially in interviews, you see that, how she's kind of snapping back at interviewers. So I feel like your character is like the most confident woman in the world, almost, and yours is like very insecure.
Yeah. In real life, it's the other way around, and I constantly have to call Blake and be like, "It's okay, you're good at giving interviews, I promise you, people like you, they respect you."
A lot of talking.
Gotta give her a pep talk. I'm like, "We're amazing, we're powerful."
That's true.
I mean, I'm the reason she gets out of bed in the morning.
And Anna's just an egomaniac, as you can see. So,
yeah.
I'm
incredible.
I learned a lot from her.
Yeah.
But are you good at telling yourself these things? Because I think we are the only person who can tell ourselves that we're good and that we're to give ourselves confidence, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it feels good when Anna gives me confidence, too. I like compliments. I'm not below compliments. That's what my mom always says. She's like, wants me to compliment her, and she's like, I'm not below compliments. I'm like, it's clear that you're not, because she's always soliciting.
Okay, but because you were just telling me about like weird expressions that she gets wrong, wouldn't it be, I'm not above compliments?
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh, she gets it all wrong. I never even thought about it. She says it. Yes, she's not above compliments. My mom gets everything sort of
like
flipped.
Expression. She was just telling me like
She'll be like smooth as pie. Or she'll be smooth as silk or whatever.
Easy as pie.
Yeah,
right.
And smooth as silk. But my mom, I think, is a very confident person, and so for me, yeah, I sort of like struggled with that because I've sometimes judged her for being so confident. Which I think is like not fair, right?
Yeah, you're such a bad daughter.
Terrible daughter.
It's funny how Anna keeps correcting Blake Lively in this interview. She corrected her several times. So I feel like the power balance there is I think Anna Kendrick had the upper hand on Blake Lively. I'm so curious how the shoot went, though. I wish I was a fly on the wall for the Simple Favor 2 shoot. Also, I wanted to mention that I did talk about a fake paparazzi shoot with Ryan Reynolds yesterday, and now some people are saying that it might not be fake. Someone sent me this video where you can see that there are photographers as well, and they're saying that the guy on TikTok made it up. He was just trolling. I don't know the truth, but I do think it looks very suspicious that all those people with the posters that look very similarly made are on that one side, and there's no people wanting selfie. I just find that really hard to believe. Also, you see a lot of photographers, and of course the paparazzis there, they want pictures of Ryan Reynolds every day. So that's not a surprise to me at all. But I don't know. I'm not going to claim that it was a fake setup. I'm just going to claim that it really looks like it. And maybe that guy didn't make the posters, but still the posters looks a little suspicious to me. I just have to say that. Another celebrity chimed in on the drama. I saw that TMZ had stopped Don Lemon at the airport, the ex-CNN anchor, and he was pretty open about his position, and especially in the case Justin Baldoni versus New York Times, where he said this.
For me, the interest is now they're suing the New York Times, which is a legitimate news organization, and for defamation and all of that, where there are no editorial constraints or standards. It gives people too much leeway in writing whatever they want about someone who's a public figure, whether it's true or not, because they know that the standards are so high that you can never sue. And the moment they respond to something that's even a lie, they give that more energy and that much more fire. So usually people just shut up and they don't say anything, even if it's not true.
Yeah, he basically said that New York Times should be careful about what they write about celebrities. And I think he's right, because especially a trusted news source that New York Times is supposed to be should be extra careful with these things, especially when they're pointing fingers at other fake news channels out there. I think especially New York Times need to take responsibility. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. And again, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button if you haven't yet. And then you'll never miss an episode of Floss and Talk. And yeah, take care, be nice to each other, be polite, and send me more messages when you have tips for me to talk about, and leave a comment, and I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.